Good morning. It's been a while, and I apologize for that. But anyhow, we'll jump into it nonetheless. Hello, my name is Taylor, and thank you for joining me in my little corner of the internet here. Yes, it's been, 2 weeks, I think? Something like that. And it's Friday, so, yeah, definitely not keeping to... as soon as I said something about a schedule, I messed up, so I'm not gonna say nothing else. But hello, welcome. Did I already say my name is Taylor? Yes. So how have you been? We'll kind of get into what's been going on in the little sit and knit section. So, aside from that, let's kind of jump into what am I wearing, which sadly isn't being shown very well by the camera. It's got a really cool effect to it. This is the Pharah. Let me back up here. This is the Pharah sweater. Okay. Ooh. There we go. Yes. So it's a really deep raglan, like my armpit's right here. So yeah. I definitely had a few mistakes on this pattern, but I love it nonetheless. This is made from the same stuff that the Vulcan is being made from, except a different alpaca, but from the same place, Dancing Wood Alpacas. Yes. I love this fabric here. But yes, it's the, oops, I had it pulled up here so I could show you. Let's see if I can get it to rotate. Here we go. So that's the pattern front page. Wow, I keep doing that. A really nice oversized sweater. I think I would totally make again. Maybe once I get my yarn made, because we'll do a little segue here. If you don't know, which I haven't really spoke much of, so you probably just don't. But if you follow my Instagram, I've been posting photos from the farms. I live North Carolina and South Carolina have alpaca and sheep farms, and I decided that I wanted to find farms and purchase their fleeces and skirt them myself and then send them off to a mill to get spun into yarn. It's still in the very beginning stages of it. I need to create a business, like an LLC or something, so I can write off what I'm doing with the money, but that's besides the point. Yeah, the mill I'm going to use can't take any new orders till June, so I have a lot of time to skirt a lot of the fleeces I have, because I have a lot of fleeces. I wish I had brought my little logbook. I have a logbook of how much I've spent and what I've gotten by the names of the sheep. But yeah, I would love to make another one of these sweaters when I have my yarn in, for multiple reasons, of course, to show you guys the yarn in a finished object, but also because it's going to be made with alpaca and Corriedale sheep and Corriedale crossbred with Dorset, so very soft fleeces. Honestly, that was one of the things I was kind of worried about, was being able to find sheep farms that had soft wool sheep, or at least soft enough to the skin. I was able to find some though, so that was very exciting to go see. But yeah, I will say when I do this sweater over again, I will be using stretchy bind offs way more. So it starts here at the neck, and I did a long tail cast on, if I'm not mistaken, probably the German twist. But everywhere I bound off, like the sleeves and the hem here, I should have done, I did just a regular cast off, and I should have done a stretchy, because a stretchy gives a lot of stretch. I'll show you guys that in a minute. But yes, that's very exciting. It's getting closer, and we're not even in May yet, but June will come around so quick, and I need to get skirting and washing, and yeah, so that's really exciting. But that was what I'm wearing, the Pharah sweater. Yeah, it's not a hard pattern per se. When I was making it, I just didn't slow down and pay attention to what I was doing. So there are a good few mistakes in this. Like, I'm pretty sure there's not supposed to be so much knit on the bottom of this sleeve. Just looking at the picture, so I could be wrong, but yeah, I kind of messed up on the pattern and like putting it where it's supposed to go, I guess, but it's okay. No one really knows what it's supposed to look like. But yeah, and so I don't have any freshly finished objects to show you. I started my new job, and it's every time you start a new job, you have to learn new stuff, learn the people and everything, and I'll get more into that in the talking section, but I blame the new job for not having so many finished objects like I wanted. But it's been 2 weeks already, and I shouldn't keep away. But yes, we'll jump into what's still on my needles, which is the November sweater by Nordland out of the Witchwood Spinners hand spun yarn. I just need to do the other sleeve, so it's almost done. I need to pick up for it. Yeah. It's funny, I was kind of annoyed with like the variegatedness that was happening, but then this little white spot just popped up in the middle, and I'm like, oh, that's so cute. that little spot right there. Yeah. But I did a stretchy bind off for the cuff here. I'm hoping that once I wash this fabric, once I wash this yarn, it will bloom a little bit. If it doesn't, it doesn't, that's fine, but I'm really hoping it does. It's also a whole lot, like, pricklier, and I'm not sure why. The yarn itself is soft. It's a soft yarn, but there's like a prickle factor to it that might be coming from the alpaca, because there are like a lot of, I actually can't. It just like long hairs, like almost feels like they should have been pulled out, but they weren't, I'm still learning about skirting, so I have no place to judge it, but yes, that's kind of my only complaint, is that it's a little bit pricklier than I expected it to be, but I still love it. I'm still gonna love it. So yeah, I did do a little bit different of a decrease on the arms, which I kind of regret, because when you change up the way you do the pattern and you don't write it down, it's gonna make it a little annoying to do the other arm, but I've placed little markers every place that I decreased, so I think it'll be fine. But yeah, I also believe I did a stretchy bind off for the hem here, so yeah, really liking stretchy bind offs, especially for sweaters. So yeah, that's the November sweater by Nordland. And then not much progress on the Vulcan. I'm at the point though that I need to break for the arms. Yeah. Yes. Let you see that. I love this pattern. I love the folds. It's not too fussy of a detail, but it's still detail. Still got a little something to it. So yeah, I need to finish, I think 5 more rounds of knitting, just knitting in the round, and then I break for the arms. And then last night I casted something on because one, I didn't want to pick up the stitches for the sleeve on the November sweater, and 2, I didn't have the mind energy to want to read the pattern on the Vulcan. Apologize, it's the morning time here. Well, at the moment. So I wanted to make another ILTA sweater, which I'll pull up here in a second, because I do have so many Holst garn cones, and when I say so many, I mean like 3, but still, you have to like find something to do it with, and she I've already made one of these, the ILTA here, which I'm wearing in another episode. I don't remember which one, but anyways, I casted it on with a Conquer, which is, it's kind of blown out. It's a dark brown, like a dark chocolate brown. So yeah, I've casted that on. You can't really see it all that well, but I've done the short rows in the back, which I don't know why, but like sometimes when I do short rows, I still end up with like holes, like I did it wrong. Like obviously, like something went wrong, right? But like I don't remember doing anything wrong. Like I did it exactly as instructed each time, so I don't know. I'll go back and fix it, I suppose. But yes, I did all of this in like an hour or so, and when I went to go to bed, I was like, well darn, like the hour I spent making this, I could have made tremendous progress on my sleeve or whatever, but like I already said, I didn't follow the pattern for the sleeve completely, so I have to watch the other sleeve while I'm knitting the sleeve, and that's just annoying, and I shouldn't have done it to myself, but I did. It's all is well though. All is well. With the ILTA, I know I'll be able to wear it still, even though it's the super soft wool blend from them. Wool, especially this, because it is a holier, which you can't really see. It is a holier fabric. It blooms, of course. It's 100% wool, but yeah, I know I'll be able to wear it still coming into the winter for the job. But yes, so I have acquisitions on the way, and when I say, which I shouldn't have done because I have yarn I need to work with anyways, but it's okay. I need it, okay? I need it. I have a plan for this yarn coming, but I will show that to you when I get it. Let me take a break here for a second. Oh, this is probably gonna be too hot though. Sorry if you could hear that slurping. I try not to. Today I'm drinking some raspberry leaf tea. What a desolate place would be a world without a flower. Oh, you can't even read that. It doesn't want to focus. I'm really excited to get a better camera. My only problem is that I don't know what kind of camera I want to get yet. It's like, do I want one that's great for vlogging or making videos, or do I want one that I can take better pictures with? And because there's just so many different types, and it's overwhelming, to say the least. But I don't quite have all the money saved up I need to purchase one anyways, so it's a dream for later. But yes, I want to spend my free time being active on Instagram and being active here on YouTube, because I do knit so much. I haven't been because of my job, which we're kind of jumping into the sit and knit part, so I'll talk about the job. So found this job, funnily enough, on Craigslist. It's a little mom and pop cabinet shop, custom cabinets, and I'm taking the position that their daughter was in. They did have another person that wasn't their daughter that was working it, but I guess they couldn't come back, so they needed somebody to fill the position. Input me. So yeah, I basically, technically my description is office manager, but I really just do whatever I'm asked to do. I create estimates, invoices, send stuff to the companies we're working with, call about materials, making clipboards, all kinds of stuff. Just whatever needs to be done. It is part-time at the moment, but still like a good chunk out of the day. So like when I get home, it's like, well, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to clean, I need to reorganize my room or something, and before I know it, I need to make dinner, and then there goes the night, right? Been having the feeling lately like there's just not enough hours in the day, but it's all good. I really enjoy the job. It's giving me learning experience on things that I didn't have previous experience with, and I'm just really happy for the opportunity to learn it. Yeah, it's professional but like laid back. It's a small group. But it's really interesting. Yeah. So back to why I feel like there's not enough hours in the day. I've been like going to bed much earlier, and it's not like I like the nighttime. I like the morning times, but I like the nighttime too. And I've been reading a lot through the Eastern Body, Western Mind book, and if this isn't just a slap in the face, like every time I pick it up, and not in like a bad way, but it has begun to resurface a lot that needs addressing and needs rewriting, so to say, which it feels really empowering to know that and be aware of that and mindful to those things. But it's also a lot of healing that goes along with it. And I feel like that's why I've been going to sleep more. I've been having more dreams. Oh my gosh. It's every night I dream. Every night I dream. And they're so... When I wake up, I'm not losing as many pieces of it. Like, more of it is sticking in my head, and like I'm going through something, to say the least. Which we all are, you know. And everybody in the world right now, I feel like, is so... It's so scattered. It's so scattered. I mean, like, I don't really watch the news, but I'm not exactly not current to what's going on. You know, India is going through a lot right now, getting another wave of COVID, needing vaccines and such. And I don't know, I know over here, at least here in past the Mason-Dixon line, we're very lenient on all of it, and it's, to me, I need that. I enjoy that. I'm a person that likes science, and I listened in science class in school. So to me, a lot of the fear that the media has put on about COVID is a fear game. It is a fog screen for other things happening, so they don't have to cover those other things, you know, because the news is owned by bigger companies that want there to be a certain image so they can either sell more products or services or whatever. It's not conspiracy. It's money. It's how money makes the world go round. It's how, you know, the people that have the money decide things. The man with the gold has all the power, right? Wow, I got really deep here in my little talking spot. I think that's one of the reasons I took a little vacay from making videos, because I was still having such a hard time with how I want to express myself about certain things. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Not there yet, but we'll get there. But yeah, knitting. It's funny. Knitting still wraps up into all of this because it's a slower, methodical hand thing, you know? Like, it keeps your hands busy, but your body isn't being stressed. Of course, like, our postures could be better when knitting, but yeah. It's funny, like, sometimes I'm thinking to myself, like, what have I gotten myself into trying to make a YouTube about things in my head and the things that I see, but also, like, about knitting? And it's like, well, it kind of just goes in hand, you know? Like, I have a lot of the thoughts that I like to talk about while I'm knitting, and I don't know. It's like, I don't want it to be... I have a clear idea of what I don't want it to be. I don't have a clear idea of what I want it to be. So that's what the hiatus is, right? That's why I took it. But nonetheless, I will still keep making these knitting updates at the very least. And definitely keep up to date on Instagram with fleece skirting and things like that, and going to more farms or whatever. I don't think I need to go into any other farms at the moment. I have a lot of poundage of fleece, plenty. I'm not sure exactly how poundage turns into yards. Like, I don't know, like, 4 pounds is how many yards? I have no idea, you know? Like, I I need to start talking to the mill and ask, but yeah. So I'm really happy about my new job. It's a little brain consuming at the moment because I'm learning just so much so quickly. But it's good. It's really good. But yeah, I still have my yarn in the back of my head, just like waiting for June. But I have plenty of other arrangements I need to get to beforehand, so no need to rush, that's for sure. So yeah, I think at that I will bid you adieu. We will go on our ways. Thank you for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it, even after my my disappearance. But yeah, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, or leave a comment down below. Always down to talk. So yeah, thank you again, and I will see you next time.